Hey guys, so today I wanted to film a video on my high school experience and some high school advice for those already in high school and those coming up. So currently I am a high school senior, but my senior year has been cut short due to Corona. Our last day of school was basically before spring break, and then since spring break our school has been canceled, but we're doing classes online. So right now I'm looking at my iPad for my notes that I wrote down. So if I look down, that's what I'm looking at. Coming into high school, I was a bit of a quiet kid. I feel like definitely around my friends I was like the loud person. I like to just joke around, but I was definitely a lot serious and very secretive. I didn't like to tell about myself to others, especially the people I'd never met before. I mean, I had this like puberty stage or whatever in middle school, but coming up into high school it kind of continued. But I met a lot more of my friends who went to another middle school, but I'd known them since I was young, so it was nice to go to high school with them. In freshman year, I just kept to myself. I just wanted to please everyone. I have no idea why, but I just wanted to not get on anyone's bad side or anything. A lot of people, when they talk about me, they would be like, oh yeah, she's a nice kid. I've honestly heard the word nice so many times to describe me that I got sick of it, and I really was like, in freshman year I was like, I don't want to be called nice. So I really realized that I was doing a bad job, I guess, of being myself. At the time, of course, I was like, I don't know who I am, what am I doing here, that kind of identity crisis thing. So also, my brother went to my same high school. He was a senior while I was a freshman, so a lot of people did know me as the sister. I didn't really have, I guess, my own identity or like my own kind of place. First day of high school for me, I was like walking in and I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. All I've known about high school since I was young was High School Musical, really, and like the lockers and like this crowd in the hallways, it's loud, drama. But my school is definitely smaller. A lot of friends that I have in different cities, they definitely have that kind of experience. That's a loud, big high school with like 1,000 kids. My school has about like 400 or 500 students for the whole school. So it definitely is not that crazy. Our lockers were tiny, and I was like, what is this? It was definitely not High School Musical. I was very disillusioned. And of course I was scared as heck on the first day. I was like, what am I doing here? I'm actually a high school student now. I really didn't feel like a high school student until really my sophomore year or end of my freshman year. Sophomore year got a lot harder. I think everyone at my school could say that it's one of the hardest years because you have more AP classes that we're required to take, and the teachers definitely get harder. And so I really was so stressed that time, and I had surgery on my arm. It definitely was really, really hard on me. My parents understood that too, and I feel like since I was young, my parents have been kind of harsh on my brother and on me. They're kind of strict, but after I had my surgery and they saw how hard of a time I really was having, they understood that they need to like step back. They let their reins loose a bit. So definitely there were days in sophomore year that I was like, I can't do this. I literally had full mental breakdowns, and my parents were like, stay home, just, it's fine. So I had those kind of days like 2 times during the school year. So I missed school a lot actually, because I had to go to the doctor, get my surgery done. I had to go to therapy. It was like physical therapy, and it was really harsh. Junior year definitely was so much better. It was really, really fun as there was less stress. The classes got a lot easier, even though all my classes were AP classes. My teachers were amazing. I learned to step out of my box more. I did a lot more volunteering, but definitely I was still a bit depressed, and I didn't like myself, I guess, because back then my acne was horrible, and I felt so conscious about my body, and I was just like, what am I doing? My birthday is in August, so I couldn't drive back then. I didn't really think about getting my own car or anything like that. I really did not go out with my friends a lot. Senior year is like the best year, definitely. I wish it could have been better. Corona just, yeah. First semester, really, I had so much senioritis. I was like in my bed the whole time. I didn't have that much work to do, And so after school, my friends and I would always go out and eat, and it was like really fun. The first thing I want to say, really, don't wait until your senior year to have fun or to just, you know, go crazy, whatever. For my whole life, I've always seen movies about like senior prom or like homecoming dances, and I've always like imagined this senior prom. Unfortunately, senior prom for us is in April, so Corona did not allow us to have our prom, and that was gonna be my first prom. A lot of my friends feel this way too, but now that we're in senior year, we're like, you know what, this is senior year, let's just do this. So I never went to any dances in my whole life until senior year. I went to winter formal, and that was it. And I was just waiting for senior prom to have the best night ever. So just don't wait until your senior year. Try to get out with your friends and meet up in the weekends. Don't stay home a lot. Just really enjoy your high school. Also, I was always conflicted about this because people would tell me the stuff like, don't have guy friends, don't date, and I would always be like, I don't want drama, I don't want all that stuff. But really, you really don't need to think about that. Number 2, get involved with your community early on. A lot of schools, definitely high schools, have the honor societies, so you need to fill in your volunteer hours. But before you actually go into your honor societies, I really believe that you should get involved and do some volunteering. Start small, like maybe at your church, at a hospital, or like a nursing home. You really meet a lot of people, and I really learned so much from volunteering in junior year, especially because I never went out. I never really needed to go out. I would just stay home, go to church, you know, school, that's it. So I never really met new people. But volunteering, you really meet like people with different backgrounds. You really learn so much and you become more open-minded, I hope. I definitely did. I learned so much from just volunteering, so definitely start early on. And always ask for help from your teachers, always. Your teachers are people. They're not just stuck at school. I really did not believe that, I guess. I just thought there are people out to get us. But they really are trying to help you, even how brutal they may seem at school with your grades. They really can be really down to earth and become your really good friend. Always talk with your teachers, especially as a freshman. Start some connections with your teachers, get to know them. And teachers really do talk. Like, teachers talk about someone like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. So number 3, don't get stuck on college early on, but do you have an idea of what you want to do in college or like in your future? Some people definitely, they don't consider college at all, but for me that was just like I have to go to college. I never thought about not going to college until I guess my sophomore year or junior year. I was like so tired of school and I was like, I can't do this. So, but I wasn't really serious about that. But definitely if you're thinking about college, you don't need to be so stressed about this, and like especially like from freshman year. I definitely was really stressed since like 8th grade, freshman year, because my parents will talk to my brother about college and I'll be like, college. Don't set your eyes on a college so early, like I have to go to this place, because you really learn about yourself, your hobbies, and like colleges later on as you grow. So for me, I decided my major for college the summer before my senior year. You really don't need to decide early on, like no one does. A lot of people go undecided to college anyways. It's not that big of a deal. On that note, as a freshman, you should start some practicing or studying for the SAT, ACT stuff for college, because schools really do give scholarships based on your SAT, ACT. You don't need to like stress, but definitely just start studying, do a little bit of practice, because like the earlier you start, the quicker you can just get it all over with. Because a lot of seniors I know, like a lot of my friends, have to cram it all in a short amount of time before senior year and like the beginning of senior year to get all the testing done and like for the college admissions process. But just start early, just start little by little, step by step. Number 5, the college admission process. I was raised in, of course, in an Asian household, so my parents were definitely like, you have to go to a good college and all that, since I was young. But as I got into my junior and senior year of high school, my parents definitely were like more understanding of the whole college thing, especially after my brother went to college and I was getting ready for college and we're doing all this college tours. I just want to say that the whole college admission process is totally overrated. You do not have to go to a good school to say that, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a good student. I wish I understood this earlier, so I would have been less stressed about having to go to a good school. But definitely a lot of people I know who are amazing people, who are so freaking smart. A lot of people who don't go to like this top ranking schools like Princeton, MIT, Caltech, whatever, because of financial aid, not because they don't have the academics to go there. They're smart enough, of course. That does not define them. Really don't let the college you go into or whatever define yourself. So just don't be stressed during high school about that. A lot of people just follow the money. I say follow the money. The college I'm going to definitely offers me a lot of money that makes me say, of course I want to go there. I did early decision there anyway, so kind of have to go. And here's a little tip, I guess, for a lot of people who just don't understand the whole process. A lot of people do go to community college for like maybe 1 year and they transfer over to like a top school. That definitely does help with financial aid, so you can go to a community college in that state and then go to the college that you're wanting to go to for less money. I wish someone told me this earlier, but you really do not need to check the rankings of the schools like, oh, Princeton's number 1, oh, like Harvard's up there, oh, MIT, oh, Carnegie Mellon, oh. You really don't need to check the rankings of all the national universities. That's not important. What really matters is what you're interested in. Like for me, I'm interested in the sciences, like chemistry, engineering, all that stuff. So I wanted to go to school that fulfills that. I'm not really interested in going into a school that has like amazing English classes and professors, but or not as well known classes for like the sciences. Also, the US News National College ranking stuff, that takes into consideration a lot of things. Lower the acceptance rate, like it's 2% acceptance. Like the more competitive it is, the higher ranking it can go. So definitely colleges do like to lower their acceptance rate and all that to go higher on the ranking to make it look a lot, pleasant, a lot like, oh, I want to go to this school because it's higher on the ranking. No, don't consider that. If you really do care about the rankings, what you should be considered or worried about is the rankings in like if it's top in like chemistry. Like if you're interested in chemistry, the chemistry school, or like schools in arts or architecture. So you want to go to a top school in that thing, not just the top school because it's top school like number 1 in the country. That doesn't mean that it's gonna be the best place for you. So overall, you should start studying, I guess, in freshman year, like for ACT stuff. So you of course figure out which test matches with you more, and so you can get ready for it for college and stuff, and so that you don't cram it for the last minute. An important thing to go by is to work hard, play hard. I definitely didn't really get that, and I didn't play at all. I didn't really work hard. I just stressed. Stressing does not really help with anything, and you really just need to get out of that, like mindset of I have to be the best at everything. And because high school is where like a lot of middle schools and a lot of different people come together, there are gonna be definitely people who are better than you or the same level as you, so you should not feel like you have to be the best all the time. Like senior year, I tried to have as much fun as I could because I thought senior year, my last year, it's high school, let's go crazy. I have my own car now, why not? But you really should learn to enjoy your high school before senior year so that you don't regret it. So like whatever circumstances come, like corona, your high school experience has not been messed up. I hope this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, just comment below. So thanks for watching, guys, and bye.